What happens when you quit smoking? 72 hours after your last cigarette. Within 3 days after quitting smoking, you'll often find yourself breathing more easily. This is because the bronchial tubes inside the lungs have started to relax and open up more. This makes air exchange between carbon dioxide and oxygen easier. In addition, your lung capacity, or ability of the lungs to fill up with air, increases about 3 days after quitting. 1 week after your last cigarette. The 1-week milestone is important not only for your health but for your success rate in quitting smoking successfully long-term. Smokers who successfully make it 1 week without smoking are 9 times as likely to successfully quit. The chances of quitting smoking for good increase with every attempt. If you can make it to 1 week, you can make it for a lifetime. 2 weeks after your last cigarette. Within 2 weeks of quitting smoking, you may start to notice you're not only breathing easier, you're also walking easier. This is thanks to improved circulation and oxygenation. Your lung function also increases as much as 30% about 2 weeks after stopping smoking, notes the University of Michigan. 1 month after your last cigarette. In just 1 short month, you can experience many health changes related to stopping smoking. One is feeling a sense of heightened overall energy. You may also notice that many smoking-related symptoms have decreased, such as sinus congestion and shortness of breath with exercise. In addition to these benefits, fibers in the lungs that help keep the lungs healthy are growing back. These fibers can help reduce excess mucus buildup and protect against bacterial infections. 3 months after your last cigarette. Within 3 months after quitting, a woman can improve her fertility as well as reduce the risk that her baby will be born prematurely. 6 months after your last cigarette. After 6 months of quitting, many people often notice they're better able to handle stressful events that come their way without feeling like they need to smoke. They may also notice they're coughing up much less mucus and phlegm. This is because the airways are much less inflamed without the constant exposure to cigarette smoke and the chemicals contained within cigarettes. 1 year after your last cigarette. After 1 year of quitting smoking, your lungs will have experienced dramatic health improvements in terms of capacity and functioning. You'll notice how much easier you breathe when you're exerting yourself and how much less coughing you have compared to when you smoked. In addition to these health benefits, you'll have saved a dramatic amount of money. Smoking cigarettes is expensive. If you smoked a pack of cigarettes per day, you'll have saved thousands of dollars at the 1-year mark. 3 years after your last cigarette. In 3 years after quitting smoking, your risk of a heart attack has decreased to that of a non-smoker. Smoking not only limits oxygen flow to the heart, it also damages the lining of the arteries. Fatty tissue starts to build up, making it more likely that a person will experience a heart attack or stroke. Quitting smoking can help reverse these effects and promote a healthier heart in the years to come. 5 years after your last cigarette. 5 years after you stopped smoking, your risk of death from lung cancer has dropped by half compared to when you smoked, according to the University of North Carolina. 10 years after your last cigarette. At the decade mark, your risk of dying due to lung cancer has decreased to that of a non-smoker. The cells that were previously precancerous are now replaced with healthy cells. In addition to decreasing the risks for lung cancer, your risk of developing smoking-related illnesses also goes down. This includes a reduced risk for cancers of the mouth, esophagus, bladder, kidneys, pancreas. 15 years after your last cigarette. At the 15-year mark, your risk for heart attack and stroke has decreased to equal that of a person who's never smoked before. While it can take time to turn back the clock on the effects of smoking, having 15 smoke-free years represents a major milestone for your health and overall well-being. The takeaway. With so many health benefits of quitting smoking, the time to quit is now. You can start by making a plan using resources from the Centers for Disease Control. You can enlist your doctor, family, and friends to support you in your quest to live a healthier, smoke-free lifestyle. Be sure to celebrate each time milestone along the way, you're worth it.